Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here. Right now we are 100% virtual, which means all our offerings are online. So please check out our website for updates. Also the newsletter. If you're not getting the newsletter but you subscribed, please check your spam folder and see if it's in there. And if you're new to our community, what I'd like to tell you is that we are a radically inclusive and spiritually progressive community, which means everyone is welcome, and that our beliefs are open at the top, that we focus on transforming our lives and being of service for people in the world, because we believe in a world that works for everyone. I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer and Michael as we all stand up and sing the congregational song, "We're Opening Up in Sweet Surrender." Take it away.
Good morning, Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. It is wonderful to be with you today. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gale.
And we're so grateful to be helping this service move along in the music. So let's start by opening up our hearts in sweet surrender. Let's just come into that open heart, absolutely anchor in that cosmic connection of all there is, the allness, the isness of this magnificent presence I am. I love and adore you. Oh, and let's open up our hearts to each other. Good morning, beloved. Welcome.
Now it's time for our affirmation. So join me. First, just take this in. I am an important part of the whole in a world that works for everyone. Who I am makes a difference. Again, I am an important part of the whole in a world that works for everyone. Who I am makes a difference. And one last time. I am an important part of the whole in a world that works for everyone. Who I am makes a difference. And I say amen to that. Each of us play a vital role and make a difference.
My name is Kathleen Benjamin, and I'm a licensed practitioner at Centers for Spiritual Living. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are actively co creating a world that evolves through the power of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. We celebrate all paths that lead to the recognition of the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path of recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path recognizing the perfect order and balance of the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path recognizing the oneness of all religion. We honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of the mind. We honor you and what brought you here today. Richard. We just breathe into the newness of this now moment, knowing that we are one with the one and that something wonderful has happened and is continuing to occur. And so, how grateful I am to know the absolute truth that's unfolding and being more revealed in each moment. The love that's holding us is the love that's unfolding us. And how grateful I am to be part of this Pratt Core at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. I'm grateful and I'm honored to know the absolute truth and to be in practice with all here and knowing that what happens here ripples out into our congregation and out into the world and changes it by virtue of our consciousness. And I pass.
Oh, I'm grateful to be part of the beloved community. I'm grateful that the beloved community is all right here in my heart and that everyone else is icing on this beautiful cake. I'm so grateful that we can. Eventually, we're going to be able to just say, let's not remember all the wars and the what we thought was so real, and let's embrace this new place that we are coming to, this beautiful place of unity and community, of inclusivity, of tenderness for each other. I'm so grateful that that's where we're going, and I'm grateful for the uncomfortableness of this time, knowing that we are champions of a new world. We are champions of the divine, new, beautiful community that is really ancient in its roots. We are all one. There was never any separation in the first place. Hallelujah. And so it is, and I pass my word.
I'm just so grateful to just be part of this, the spontaneity, which just in itself just shows that the uniqueness of God in each and every one of us, that there is not just one, but there is all parts of the one. And they all express themselves differently, and they all bring themselves together in a unique way to where those parts become greater than the sum of those parts. And I know that's what's happened here today. And I know a new thing is occurring, and a new life is occurring, and a new joy is occurring. And I know that just as God actually becomes more through each thought that we come up with today, God became more just through this conversation. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of that. And I know that's the truth. And so I just pass.
Oh, and how great it is to come together today with my beloveds, this practitioner core, as we are showing up in oneness, and you're seeing we're not sameness, that we all have the core of love in our hearts, and we believe in the one. So I am just grateful for this time together. I'm grateful for the spontaneity. I'm grateful for the love that we're allowing to flow from this place right here now that is changing lives. It is changing the consciousness on this planet. So we continue to do our work. We continue to show up. We continue to have vulnerable conversations, and we show up as that light of spirit itself. And we let it go and we let it be. And together we say, and so it
And
is.
so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Woo!
I think everyone should see your shirt. Would you mind showing us your shirt?
Sure.
It's "Be kind" in sign language. Is that cool? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go our way, beloveds, gentle and easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for I walk in God. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of your Spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for I walk in love. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of your Spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle, easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, and I stand in peace. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of your Spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle, easy. Gentle and easy. Everywhere I am is holy ground. I dance in joy. Everywhere I am is holy ground, for the power and the presence of your Spirit makes my path gentle and easy. Gentle and easy. Gentle and easy.
It's so good to be with you today. It's the last week in October. We have all month been talking about cosmic connections and how we are all connected. So now it's actually getting to be a little chilly outside. Fall has arrived. And with that, the air feels a little heavier. It's getting darker sooner. Makes me want to go home and make soup. So I want to share a little story with you since we're moving into the season. So a few years ago, I was gifted a a mattress heating pad. Most amazing thing ever that I bought everyone that for Christmas that year. So I gave it to my kids, and Caitlin likes the heat and Tyler likes it cool. So they both have a remote and they can control their sleeping experience. So I waited a few days and I said, hey, have you used it? And Caitlin giggled and I'm like, what's so funny? She's like, I got in, turned on my controller, and it wasn't getting warm. And she's like, and I just kept turning it up and going like, this thing doesn't work, but I didn't want to say anything to you. And she's like, and Tyler was a little grumpy, but he wasn't saying anything. And she's like, finally, I said, this thing doesn't work. And he's like, well, it's working on my side. I'm sweating all night long. Moral to the story is, make sure you're using the right controller. He had his off, Caitlin's chilly. Caitlin had hers on, he's sweating. So take control of your own controller. That's the story for today. So this week, we're talking about bridges that last and what that means. And bridges that last, I've been thinking about this for a few weeks and been trying to find bridges to go over from my commute of, which ends up being 18 minutes. Anyway, little wood bridges, I've been looking around and bridges that last, when we put the effort in to build something, to build a structure or build our internal foundation, that we do it with expertise, we do it with materials that last, or we do it with our beliefs, and we create a foundation. So regardless of what's going over that bridge, that it holds whatever's going over it, whether it's weight or that my spiritual bridge is so strong and my beliefs are so intact and I remember who I am, that when things come flying my way, whether I have to duck or move back, or that I have to deal with, that my foundation is strong. Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, in this thing called You. There is but one presence in the universe. There's but one presence in the universe. Since it is in and through everything, it must be in and through you. This presence manifests itself through all forms, all people, and all conditions. This presence is life itself. Its nature is love and givingness. There is but one presence in the universe, and what it gives is love and givingness. So in times where there feels like chaos, that feels very chaotic in this world, when I recognize and I take myself back to that place, that there's only one presence, and it's running in through and as me, as it is you, that it allows me to focus on what I can control, or at least focus in on what I believe, so I can stand strong, that regardless of whatever comes, like I said before with the bridge, that I can handle it. With there being one presence, I get to choose. I get to decide what I want my life, or what a world, creating the world that works for me, and imagining the world that works for everyone. I get to choose. I get to sit in the presence of the only one and contemplate that idea. And I let spirit just move me and rock me and enlighten me of what is mine to do, or how I can be a presence in this world. A lot of times when there's conflict, or you're having conflict with someone, or I'm having conflict with someone, I'll make it about me. I have some people that around me that will say, wow, what is it in you that needs to change? What am I reflecting? What is being reflected back to me? So I look in a mirror, take a mirror and look around you and look around this world. What do you want to see? Do you want to see people suffering? Do you want to see the anger and the disrespect back and forth with humanity? Do you want to see people being killed based on the color of their skin? Do you want to see a world where my brothers, sisters, siblings, and all the animals and everything on the planet can live harmoniously? Spend some time imagining what that looks like to you. Are there things in your life that you would like to see them be different? I'm a list person, so I will make a list. Things that my world would be better if there was change. Make a list. And then take a look at that list. Is there anything on there with your change of perspective, or are there action steps that you can do to help along that idea? Help along to get us and move us closer and closer and closer for a world that works for everyone. That's one of the whole reasons why we're here. Ernest Holmes in the Holmes Reader said, no greater good can come to you than to know that the power within you is the power to live, the power to create. Not only to create for yourself, but to create for others. The power to do good, the power to heal, and the power to prosper. You are to realize that the power within you is divine authority. It is the dispenser of the divine gifts. It is the giver of life, of joy, and it proclaims the kingdom of heaven, the harmony of the soul, and the unity of all being. And one part of that, I think that we've heard different variations of this before, but the one part of this that is about today, that it is for us to remember, is that when I'm creating good, when I'm creating in that power of creation, yes, it affects my life, but it also affects the people around me when I do good, when I do something creative. So remember that the next time where, is this helping anyone? Well, trust me, if it helps you, it is going to help somebody else. So get up and start doing your work, or continue to do your work, and look around you. Like I said, look around, and what would you like your world to look like? Or what would it look like, a world that works for everyone? And if that feels too big, focus. What are the things that you would change if you could change them in your life? Write them down or acknowledge them and have this list going. And the goal here is not to have, nobody's going to measure your list. I have my list, you have your list, probably completely different. Whether you have one thing or you have 103 things. If you have 103 things, just pick 2 to work with. And then once those have changed, cross it out and then continue. But the idea is, we believe that our thoughts become things. And the power of our word and the power of our prayer, that vibration, that the presence, the universe, the only thing that there is is seeking us. The good is seeking you. Good is always seeking you. So for you to do the work to determine what that is. So when the good does come, because it always comes, when the good comes flowing over, I can actually, on mine, go, wow, that's complete. And I manifested that, or that's manifested in my life. Wow, this works. This works, and I am on board and ready to make change. I am ready to be a change agent in this world. So we are all here by divine appointment. We came into this world as unique individuals of that only one thing. And last week, someone was telling me, they were saying, that Reverend Christian, you're so good at that. You're so good at, and I can't remember what it was, but you're so good at it. And the more that I realized and I recognized what was going on is that your gifts, when I see you in action, when I see you and we're in a room together and we share energy back and forth, even if we don't use words, that I am in awe of your gifts. And this person, what they were complimenting me on is something that I was born with. I didn't go to school for it. I didn't read a book for it. It's just who I am. It is who I am. And instead of stumbling around and being, oh, I shouldn't share my gift. In this case, it's not even hard for me to share my gift because it's just me. But what I've learned now is when someone says, oh, I don't go into it and say, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's nothing. Say, thank you. Thank you. There are artists in our community that do such beautiful work. They do work where you can physically see the art that they've created, but the whole process or all the people that they interact with before that finished project, I am in awe of. Those are your special gifts. Embrace them. Embrace them and use them. If you're great being a scholar of something, whatever that is, figure out a way that you can share it. And we're in this place now where it's virtual, so we're sharing online. We also have somebody in our community that is a master chef. Actually, we have a couple of them. Create a beautiful meal. Create a little video of that meal. Create whatever it is and share it with us around us that aren't masters. So we could say, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, your description. Because you're a writer, your description made me feel like I was right there with you. So if you're a writer, you're a chef, you're a scholar, you're an artist, and those were things that you were born with. Scholar, you have to study. However, do you have the mind to hang on to it and express it back out? All of those examples, as an individual, I might say, oh, it doesn't make a difference. I only do it for myself. Start sharing it with people. Even if people don't comment, even if they don't comment, Trust me, it is touching somebody's heart. When you do something with the vibration of spirit and with the vibration of love, that you let go of all those things that aren't love. And that's where you hold your dominion, that I am here to be a presence that has God through in and as me. That presence I am sharing with the world. It's not about me getting feedback. It's about sharing the gift. And it makes a difference because you're God's gift. Somebody once is like, what do you think, you're God's gift? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And it's not being selfish. It's not being, I'm, my ego is so big. Literally, you are God's gift on this planet. And I am amazed and excited and gobstomped, haven't said that word in a long time, that all the good that has already flown through. But I am amazed that during this time where it feels so closed in and just so closed in, that there are so many people that are recognizing I have a gift. I have a gift and I'm going to share it, whatever that looks like. So keep doing the work. And if you have no idea what your gift is, or you have no idea what you can bring forth, make an appointment with a practitioner or make an appointment with me. And we will go through a practitioner session. Actually, I'm throwing it out right now. I will give you a free practitioner session. That we come together. We come together and we recognize who you are and help you open up and expand for you to experience, for you to imagine, for you to bring that imagination forth into something real and activate those gifts and with ideas or spiritual tools to bring them forth in this world. This is what we're being called to do. We are being called to step in line. If there's something happening that you aren't comfortable with in this world, once the gifts are defined and once you know and you come together and you're like, I'm really interested in this, that we actually start taking the individuals that have like gifts and bringing them together so they can share between each other what they've manifested, to share the change that they've made in people's lives or in organizations' lives, to help people grow and prosper and thrive. We're here to thrive. But to bring those people together and then recognize that once you have a group working together, there isn't a burden. It is not a heavy burden. So more hands, not only can we get more done, but we're working together as a team, and there is camaraderie. Wrapping it up today with bridges that last. Creating this foundation, this strength and this foundation and this union and day-to-day interaction and being of the presence, or being the presence as we shine out in the world, or we're in darkness in the world. Because whether you're light and booming joy, or if you're emotionally having some sadness and it feels dark, that is still all God. That is God. God in action when there's light. And in the darkness is a time to reflect, is a time to contemplate. Yeah? So, as we come together, we can create a world that works for everyone. We can. That is our vision. That is what we do. Starting next Saturday, every other Saturday from 10 to 12, we'll be doing an outside drive-by of a coat and sweatshirt drive. As it's getting colder, we have youth, traditionally unhoused youth in the Ventura County. Last year, I believe it was like 7,500 kids, K through 12, that need a jacket or they need a sweatshirt. It's the same program that we've been involved in for the last 3 years, and we're doing it a little different this year. So look in your closet for lightly used or new items of clothing that you would like to donate. Then drive up, drive through, you'll see us, and we will have something to give you as we're making the bypass. We'll take what you have and we'll have a gift for you. This is a way that the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living as an organization in Ventura County, we are making a difference. All of you are making a difference in our youth in this community. And trust me, remember a time that you were cold and you could do nothing about it. Nothing. You were cold and you just waited till you got to your next place or you found a cup of hot tea, whatever it is. There's youth out there that are cold. Let's continue to do our work, our good work, to come together as a team, a group, and make that change. How good it is to have been with you today. So that's it. Join me in saying, and so it is. Yes. So today we're going into prayer. Going into prayer, I would like to do as a group today. And these are the words. So sit back and listen, and then we'll have them up on the screen, and we're going to repeat it probably 4 or 5 times together. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. And if you're saying it in your mind, awesome. Open up your throat, open up your mouth, and join me putting that collective voice, that collective out into the world. So read it like you own it and you know it and you see it as being the truth. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. May all beings be free. And that's the meta prayer. So I see and know all of those qualities for you. And hold that same prayer for me. I love you. Please know that you are seen and honored and loved here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. Now it's time for conscious giving. And conscious giving is so important. It is so important to tithe or give to places that spiritually feed you, because it keeps everything moving. Everything keeps moving. So if you're feeling a time now where you're in a restriction, or monies have been reduced, look at what you do have, and please remember to give. We want to keep the law of circulation. So I hope you choose to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. We are continuing to build our online library, which hopefully will be released in the next 3 to 4 weeks, for things to get involved with as we continue in this virtual time. So, hold an amount in your hand. Hold the amount. And join with me in saying the affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. One more time. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And if you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we have a P.O. box. You can send monies there. We started a program of text to give. It's really easy to set up. Information is on the screen. You set it up once, and then you text and say give, and it prompts you all the way through. If you make a mistake, you press R. It tells you how to ask for a refund, and it comes right back. And then the other option is by PayPal, and that is available as well. How good it is. And I celebrate the good. Thank you. And so it is.
It has been a joy to be with you today. Something wonderful is happening through you and through me all of the time. Let's celebrate that together as we close this service today. And I just want to put a big thank you out to the practitioners and Reverend Kristen for a wonderful service today. Get up and dance!